Okay, so here we go. This is a front propeller shaft out of a 2001 Dodge Durango, or a drive shaft as I call it. And it's a 2001 Dodge Durango SLT. This is a follow-up video to my first video where I purchased this car used and I was hearing a noise when I first got it. In four-wheel high and four-wheel low, it was making a clunking noise. And it was drivable in four-wheel high or four-wheel low, but you just didn't want to drive it and hear that noise. So turn to the message boards on the internet, and all the message boards tell me to first thing do is look at the front propeller shaft. Well, I did, and looking at it in the car, it really didn't look too bad. I really couldn't see up in there too good, but the best I could tell, there wasn't any play. I didn't see where any grease had shot out of the thing, so I just assumed that it was okay. Then after a while, it started to make a noise. That same noise heard in my other video where I was driving forward in four-wheel drive. It started making that noise while driving backwards in two-wheel drive, coasting backwards in the driveway. If I applied the brakes, the noise didn't happen. But if I just coasted free backwards, I was hearing this noise. I commute to work every day on a short stretch of highway that has a Jersey barrier, a cement divider. And as I would approach a red light going real slow with the window down, I could hear the noise bouncing off the divider, and I could tell that it was right underneath my seat. And I knew it was this impeller shaft. So finally got around to taking it out, and I just wanted to make a video to show, you know, I mean, look at this thing. You got the same amount of mileage on the front of the drive shaft as you do on the back. And on the back, get down here and see, you can see this is just totally blown out. And it just wiggles and it's real loose. The front is perfect. There's nothing wrong with the front. This is solid. That joint, why Dodge would design that like with that on the front, which is perfect, and this on the back, which is horrible. I replaced it with a new style shaft that has a universal like this on the front and on the back. I bought it as a whole assembly, $229 from Advanced Auto. I had a code that I get from PayPal that allowed me to get $40 off, so that was amazing. There's a $17 core on it, and if you live where there's Advanced Autos, I'll even post the part number here. But you can find that same assembly through other auto parts stores. Not all of them have it, but several do. I didn't make a video of putting that shaft in for the simple fact that I done it in the evening and I was butted up against thunderstorms coming in. So I just real quick got under there and put it in. Here's the new style shaft. This is the front. As you can see, it's got a grease fitting right there in the knuckle. It also has a grease fitting with a cap up on the shaft itself so that the shaft slides back and forth nice and easy. Appears to be a very well made assembly. These four front bolts that hold it in, they had a lot of factory Loctite, which made them very hard to get out just using a ratchet. If you got power tools, not too much of a problem. Move to the back here. See if I can get the light right. There's the back of the assembly. Again, you got a grease fitting up in there. I put a little extra grease in when I first get it just to make sure that it does have grease in it. Sometimes from the factory they won't grease them or they forget to grease them, but it looks like a good solid unit. It comes with new bolts, 1/2-inch heads to replace the little 8mm heads. Just use Loctite putting everything back in and should be okay. Good to go. Took it for a test drive up to 70, 75 mile an hour. No vibration, nice and smooth, nice and quiet. And it was a fairly straightforward, easy install. Getting the 8mm bolts out right here where you see these 1/2 inch. See if I can hold these 1/2 inches right here. They were 8mm from the factory, and they're a little bit of a bugger to get onto. You got to have like a thin wall socket because just the way it's designed to get. But they weren't tight. It got them out no problem. Front ones are 15mm. These big guys up here, they're 15mm, and they were a bitch to get out with a ratchet. Like I said, with air tool, probably no problem. Okay.